Hello there, and welcome to another Rural Pickin' Dad video. I'm Jared, full-time dad, part-time picker. Still no lockers at this time, no abandoned lockers bought, no auctions, but I do have some stuff to go through that came out of a storage, just not an abandoned storage. So let's look at this stuff right now.
Rural Pickin' Dad, finding the good and the bad. It's Rural Pickin' Dad.
So I'm going to go through some items that actually came from a storage in Arizona, of all places. My in-laws had come out last summer, and when they came out, they brought a desk for my wife that her grandfather had made. But they thought, well, while we're bringing that out, why don't we bring some other stuff that he can put in his shed so they get it out of their shed. I think that's the whole idea. But I'm not going to complain because it's actually some pretty cool stuff. So the first items I'm going to show you are actually some old vintage hand saws. And I'm sorry that the lighting's not the best in here. I'll try to show the best I can. It is nighttime, tends to be the time I can shoot some video. So, but yeah, this is an old vintage saw. I'm not sure of the brand. And I'll do some research, but these can go from anywhere from 20 bucks to 150 bucks depending on like the model and the make and so forth. And then this one is a big old beast, as you can see here. Big old, oh, I'm gonna knock over my light trying to move that two-sided saw. Try to show the handle here a little bit without making it fall. But yeah, you know, like a little two-sided saw. I'll have to again look at the maker's mark. And same thing, these can go from anywhere from $50 to $150 depending on the maker. These are a little rough, but they're still cool. If anything, they'll look really good on the part-time picker shack wall. The best part about this saw is the sound it makes. I don't know if I'm catching that, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, on to the next thing. I'm not sure if it's picking up in the camera, but it is cold out here. My breath is a little foggy. It got really cold a couple weeks ago. We hit the minus weather, and I guess Mount Washington, just across the border in New Hampshire, got like minus 108 wind chill factor. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, this bin looks to be full of some miscellaneous items. A lot of tools. Here we have like a drill press. Pretty cool. It looks like it's made by Stanley. I wonder if that's the same Stanley that you get your screwdrivers today. It might be. Stanley of England. Very cool. Just built cool. Probably still turns even. Yeah. Oh, needs a little oil, but yeah. Then here we have another drill. It's missing this plate here, but I actually think that's kind of cool because you can actually see how, let's see if I can get that on camera without too much shadow. The gears can move and stuff. That's kind of cool. It's just a big old drill press, vintage. I'll have to do some research on those. I'm not sure how much those are worth. I'm actually going to fix my light real quick and see so we can see in this bin a little better. All right, so back to this box. Again, another little kind of cute little drill press. It's got a little broken handle there. Kind of fun. Like I said, these vintage tools sell. These are probably something I would take to like a vintage market. I don't think I would try to put these on eBay. Again, and some of them I'll probably keep. Oh, and then we got looks like some old door hardware here. You would be surprised, but people actually look for this stuff. Whether they got like an old project, and so forth. Yeah, these look like to be like, I don't know what those material is, if that's a porcelain or something else. That's cool, yeah. Don't know what that handy dandy little tool is. Don't know what that is, but looks like it goes to something. Yeah, again, some more brass, like little keyhole entries. Again, this is all good stuff to take to like the vintage flea market. People are looking for this stuff. So cool. Yeah, so I think that's about it. We got ourselves a rasp, very rusty, and then some funky clamp. It's a Craftsman clamp of some sort. That might just go into my toolbox. I always can find uses for clamps. All right, let's see what else we can find in this pile of stuff that we got from Arizona. Here's a cool piece. Looks like an old like yoke. I think is that what that's called, or it's just harness. Probably went over like it looks like a smaller animal. That's not a very big one if you look at it. But again, I mean, it's cool. Like the way they built these things and the hardware that's on them. I've seen people take these and like turn them into mirrors and other things. So again, I would do some research on that because I guarantee you that is probably well over $100 in the right market. But I don't know. So like I said, though, this one to me might just end up being a piece on my wall. I don't know. That's going to be the hard part. Is some of this stuff's so cool. I'm probably not going to hold on to myself to kind of do some accents in the part-time picker shack. as I work on making it into a retail space. You always want to have a cool look, right? So some of this stuff's definitely going to help with that. So I got a few of these, but this one's like probably one of my favorite. This looks like an old milk jug. It does have some pitting, some rust in the bottom. It's not terrible though. I mean, it's still a really cool display piece. The yellows, and this one actually is probably a little higher demand than some of the more generic ones. It's because it's got like a name on it. It's got some color. So I would definitely do some. Oh, look at that. It says yeah, it says Las Vegas. So it's definitely from the West. Again, this one actually might have a little more value than some of the other generic ones. Just a cool piece. It's just I feel like I'm not doing it justice with my camera shots, but it really is a fun piece. Great design. Yeah, nice little display piece. Yeah, I'm gonna handhold on this one because this is just it's a bigger piece. Again, another milk jug. It does have some writing. It's a little harder to read. Again, just a fun piece. This one, you can turn it into like a flower stand, something like that. People like to paint these, so always a great seller at vintage flea markets. And this last one is the biggest of them all. Big old rusty, dented, just beat the heck milk can. But you know what? It's still got that cool factor to it. There's just something about old milk cans that are kind of cool, I think, personally. Yeah, this one definitely probably, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know if it would have the same value as that small one that has like the paint, the yellow paint. But in the right market, people look for this stuff. Somebody might just keep it as it is just because it looks so cool. The rust and the patina on it. But yeah, just fun little pieces. And I'm actually being honest. I actually have not had really a chance. I mean, I saw a couple of these pieces, but I haven't had a chance to go through this since he brought it out. Pretty much, he brought it out, and I bought 2 lockers that same week, and I've just been going through lockers for the last 3 or 4 months. So it's cool to be going through this stuff and so forth. So here's a couple more old tools. This is like actually looks like it's a some type of hacksaw for like a saw adjustment. It's kind of cool. I don't know exactly how it works, but kind of a cool little piece. Again, they just built things really like well back then. You can just tell it's built well. And then this looks like some type of just giant pipe threader, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah, there's like the threader on there. Oh, and it says Bridgeport, Connecticut. I think that's just down the road of, a good 2 hours or so from here. F. Armstrong. Again, some of these older pieces, you would be surprised. They can actually carry some value. Again, I'd have to do the research on this, but it looks like it's like adjustable. So you can thread different size pipes and so forth. But very cool. Very neat piece. Speaking of a neat piece, this is a drill press that they brought out. It's just, to me, it's just cool. Just, the woodwork, just the way it's built, this design. You can like adjust it. It turns. It's got a little bit of work it needs done, but yeah, it's just, it's just so cool. I don't know how to explain, like, I don't understand why I'm drawn to old stuff like this. It's just, I think it's the way it's built, the way it looks. It's just so cool. Again, I'd have to do research on this, but I kind of think this is a piece I might keep in my collection. It's kind of a neat piece. Oh, that was heavy. This is one bin of mystery. I think it's going to be tools, but what tools, I do not know. Oh, that looks like some type of a grindstone of some sort. Or a sharpener. I don't know what that is. That's just cool. Huh. I wonder how that works. I've never seen it. I've actually never seen anything like this. Some type of a grindstone. It's made by Niagara number 1. So Niagara Falls, New York. Oh, it came from Arizona out west, close to home. Niagara's still a little jaunt from here, but definitely closer than Arizona, right? Tripping over the stuff I've been looking at. Here we have a cool old pulley. Always looks cool. That's something I would almost like think about turning into like a hanging rope light, something like that. I do tend to like to make like light fixtures out of some of this type of stuff, but that would definitely be a cool piece to turn something, turn it into a lamp, something like that. Oh, another one of these. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got to be some type of tool sharpener. That is really, really cool. This is a different company, it looks like. I can't read, that one's faded, but yeah, these definitely are like cool vintage flea market pieces for sure. Like the unique old tools, those are always, hot sellers, I believe. It depends. Again, it depends on the subject matter. Handsaw, probably not as cool. Neat mechanical tool sharpener, pretty cool. Let's keep looking at these tools. There we have like a rasp. That feels sharp still, like or a planer, whatever that is. Again, do research when you find stuff like this. There are some of these that have a lot of value, but again, some that don't. So I'll have to do that. That's a Dunlop. It's an older one, wood handle. And I don't know the value in that. Oh, here's another one. That one's in a little better shape, it looks like. Oh, it's still got shavings on it. Someone's been using it. Actually, I think my father-in-law was using it to fix a door in our old house, so it still works. I think that's what that one is. So, oh, and then we have a gigantic, ginormous. I think that's a word, right? But look at that. That is humongous. Whole planer. I mean, I feel like I can't do these tools justice in the dark. I should have shot this in the light. I just never have the time during the day. So, but yeah, that is really cool. Patent, something August 19th, 02. Would that be like 1902? Probably. Wow, cool. History's cool. Oh man, yeah, this thing's packed. My hands are getting a little cold, but oh, that's an interesting one. That's some other type of rasp. It almost looks like it twists. Or oh, I see. It's a double handle one. Right? Is that how it works? I would love to learn how to work wood. I see these guys who do it like with old tools. Some of those shows. That's amazing too. That they like do it with all old tools. So cool. Yeah, this is fun actually to go through this. I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. It's been way too long. So got ourselves looks like a monkey wrench. The most dangerous wrench ever. Knuckle breaker wrench. Old pipe wrench. Not as exciting to me, but still cool. Another little drill press. Or drill, whatever you would call it. Not drill press, but a hand drill. Big old rusty wrench. Again, like if you find maker marks, some of those things have some value. And this is just full of random stuff. That looks like an old no, that's a door stop, it looks like. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's an old door stop, it looks like. Random. Some random stuff in here. Again, more just kind of regular tools. Another rasp. Nice little one. Wrenches. More pipe. Lots of pipe wrenches. I mean, that's, like I said, those probably would sell. But again, I'd probably do research, try to find like the information on this. It says like Challenger, drop forged steel, because some of them actually might have more value than you think. So always do research, especially when it comes to older tools. That's something I learned. Some of them won't have any value, some will. That's just, I mean, it's like any vintage thing, I think. So like a broken screwdriver, probably not a whole lot, except for that wood handle's worth like millions, right? So yeah, pretty cool box. Got like the little ruler here. Those actually can be pretty sellable. I see those sell on eBay all the time. And then another drill press. So yeah, like I said, a lot of these items, the ones that I don't keep in my collection, we'll probably just go to like an antique flea market and we'll sell them there. That's some type of a saw, rasp. Yeah, I don't know what you cut with that. Oh, look at this boy. It's like the old school switchblades. Yeah. little handsaw there. That was so made by Outers. I don't know if that's real old, but it's cool, right? Pretty fun. That's a cool little box right there. And then in the bottom here, there's some bits right there. Different bits that can go into these drill presses and stuff we have. So noisy, but very cool. Yeah. All right. I think there's actually could be some value in this box here. Again, what I decided to sell. I don't know if I will sell much of it because, like I said, I love the old stuff. There's something about it. It might become a display piece in my house. Oh, that one came apart. Whoop. So go back in there. Yeah, that one needs some work to be repaired, it looks like, but so cool. All right, on to the next thing. I'm just going to show this next item over here. Not the best light, but this is a neat little kid's school desk. They brought that out too. School desks, I mean, they can be hit and miss. for stuff, but this one's a unique one. It's just kind of a cool old open top desk. You can see here it opens up and stuff. So it's kind of a neat piece. I would say $50 to $60 is probably the high on something like that. I'd like to say $150, but yeah, I think $50 to $60 is about what you would get if you're lucky at like a vintage flea market. So one more loose piece here, very cool piece. This is actually a wall hanging drill press. You can see this board here. Still show with my hand. That piece you would like anchor to a wall. This is the actual drill press here, and yeah, it feels a little seized, but I bet you could actually oil that thing up and actually get that thing working again. Just such a cool piece. Again, this is one I'll probably keep in my shack for a little bit. This piece here, the base plate, doesn't quite look original. That looks like it was added later, but still, just the rest of it, just the mechanical of it and just the cool look of it. I mean, just a really cool piece. So yeah, these are some fun little pieces. And I have one more big box to go through, and we'll do that right now. So this last piece is actually probably my favorite piece in all the stuff that was brought out. I take that back. There's two favorite pieces, and I'll show you the last one after this. But this one is actually a toolbox, but I believe it's a handmade toolbox. But my wife has already dibs this because she loves it so much. But I do think that some of the tools and stuff are going to go. But let's take a look what's inside of this. I have to come around here, over here, and get in the light. I think that's going to be the best way to show this. Let's see if I can get this to open. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this is just a cool piece. It has all these little drawers that slide in and out. I'm actually going to back it up here just a bit. Oh, don't want to do it too much or I'll tip that table over. But then, yeah, so each one of these has a unique drawer. And then let's put my camera down here. And it's got different tools. And now some of these tools probably aren't as old as some of the other tools that I've been showing. But again, I'll have to kind of dig through these. That's a cool old lock. And man, that'd be cool if one of those keys was for it, right? I'll have to check that. But yeah, it's just a cool old lock. Yeah, so again, I'll have to like go through part by part, but there's that one. I'll just bring them down and I'll stack them and then I'll put them back. So this next one, I'm showing you guys, giving these justice. That just looks dangerous. Little saw blade. Not much in this drawer, but again, cool. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at all this. There's we got ourselves a rasp, another rasp. Again, like I said, I'm gonna have to do research on these because these can have some value. Some nice clamps that I'll just be keeping because again, every time I find a clamp, I tend to hold on to it. I don't know why. I just have a thing about clamps. They come in handy. They just do. Some cool old bits. I wonder if those go to a couple of those drill presses. And yeah, another little looking monkey wrench type thing. And then a little pipe wrench. So yeah, just some cool stuff. Oh, let's see here. Next drawer. Hard part's gonna be getting back in, right? All right, we got ourselves some like square tools. Those almost look like drafting, like table stuff. I don't know what that is. That's unique. Again, I think that's for drafting. That almost looks like some pencils or something goes in there. Yeah, I'll have to do some research on that one. That's actually one of the fun things about digging through stuff like this is the research and learning the history of some stuff. That's some type of little, I've seen tools like that before. I don't know what they're for, but I've seen them. Got a little caliber type thing. Oh, these are just cool. Getting some more, like just, yeah, I think this guy must have done some drafting and woodwork or something. I don't know. Just unique tools. My father-in-law bought this at like an estate sale, and I don't even remember, but he told me what he paid for it, and I was just like, wow, that's amazing. So he got quite the deal on it. So, and for him to leave it here with us, I guess that's quite the deal. But again, the box is staying. Some of the tools may get sold, but the box is staying with us. So it goes back in there. Yeah, as we get lower here, you know, I'm gonna move these over. I was saying, as we get lower here, oh no, I got a mouse or something living in here. Crud. Yep, that's the life of living in Vermont. So yeah, I can see a dead animal right there. I'm gonna have to clean that out really well and get this thing away from my shed. So, oh, the life. Okay, so back to this drawer here. There's some very nice woodworking tools, it looks like. Yeah, those are like, yeah, for doing woodworking. And again, I'd have to check the maker marks, but some of this stuff I think actually has a little bit of value. I don't know if it has a lot of value, but again, just old tools seem to do well. You know, this type of tool I would think about selling on eBay, but the bigger ones, not likely. Kind of like, you know, when you start getting into the bigger drill presses and stuff like that. So I'm a little bummed to find that in my shed. That means I've got a critter problem, which isn't surprising, to be honest, but never a fan of finding that. Oh, look, we have another gigantic rasp in there. Can't really see it, can you? But yeah, there is some value in this box, I believe. Oh, what is... Oh, shit! Oh, there's a mouse! Oh, okay. Oh, I can't get in the camera shot, can I? Oh, man. My SD card on this camera filled up, but that one's still recorded, and you did just hear me scream like a girl. That mouse just jumped at me. Oh, never a dull moment in the life of picking through stuff. So, I was not expecting that. I just found the little critter alive and well. His little buddy's dead though, but all right. I really do think this might be a good time to end this video. There's, like I said, there's a few more tools in here. Some really cool stuff. I'm really grateful for my father-in-law for bringing this stuff out, and the in-laws to, you know, it was a great time having them visit here. But, you know, to have this cool stuff and hopefully to hold on to some of it, it is awesome. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to end it just here. I have one more item to show you, and I can tell you there are no mice in it. So I'll show you that, and then we'll end this video. All right, I'm going to do the best to show this last piece because it is hanging from the rafters. But it is a cool piece. Let's see, I think I can zoom out here a little bit. Yeah, I can. So yeah, this is an old vintage outboard motor. My lighting's not going to be the best because I'm shooting from down below me. But yeah, just a cool piece. This one I probably am going to hold on to just because I love the look of it. It's just got that cool factor. It'll just be a nice piece to, you know, keep in the shack when I'm trying to sell stuff. People will probably want to buy it, and I'll be like, nope, it's the display only. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. But yeah, so yeah, I got a little mice mitigation to do in the coming days. But overall, I think this is some pretty cool stuff. Tell me what you guys think. You know, is the old stuff cool? Is it not cool? I'm not going to complain. I'm grateful for my in-laws bringing it out. I think it's some neat stuff. So, but yeah, some fun finds. Other than the mouse, that part wasn't fun. And I should hopefully be back to buying abandoned lockers here shortly. I think this interim director thing is almost over. I'm hoping. I am ready to get back to digging for treasure. That is for sure. But as always, I truly appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this stuff. Is it cool? Not cool? As always, if you like, give it that old thumbs up and share. And subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out. So, as always, thank you for watching. Stay kind. A little kindness goes a long way.